Life is all about experiences. One of the experiences I had years ago, I was doing moving jobs. I was a mover, and it's like I knew this guy. When he's on my Facebook, I mentioned him, Jeffrey. Except, the guy went to strip clubs. So, he didn't commit, not commit crime. But he didn't get rowdy with the girls. If his wife's watching or something, girlfriend, like, he around me, he wasn't like that, like loose with it. Although we talked about prostitute whores, he's like, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna talk about his experience. That's his personal life. But we went there. He was quiet. He was timid. He was just. It's like a strip club experience. It's like you're around other guys. Maybe once in a while there's someone brings a female, but it's usually the guys, and whoever gets the girl and this and that. So let me see. Who was the first girl that I kind of talked to? I don't know, but she was very thick. She was athletic. She looked really nice, and she had blonde hair. And we talked, but it was like, it was like, let's just go for. I wanted to say a lap dance. I forget what it was, but I think I just had enough or something like that. And I mean, she gave me a great lap, and she was on top of it. Except like it was creepy because the lights were on in that place, like a separate room, and it was like someone two chairs over. It looked like a train station, like a bus terminal or some shit. It was another room. It's like I guess you pay extra, but it's like a private room and it's dark and there's a curtain. But it was her, and I don't think it was real. Except maybe it was, and like she just rolled me and she like touched me in some way where like she touched my head and the top. I felt like I came out like, oh, and she was like, "Ha, okay, that's it." But it was a good ride experience, right? It was just very odd. And then she was like, "Okay, now you're gonna take care of me." And I don't know, I was just like, "No, I'm not gonna take care of you. I don't know what you're talking about." And I was like, well, "I paid for the lap dance. That's it." I think I had money. I mean, I didn't go there like, because afterwards I went with another girl for another couple lap dances. So I had the money, but it was just like the way she was saying that, it brought me back to a certain event where I was alone in my room and I was experiencing something like that. It's like, what is this in me? I mean, you do seem to have a nice body. And I think she was pregnant too, but it's kind of creepy, and it's like, there's another thing happened to me like that, except she wasn't pregnant, and she was just thick, in a good way. And then I came out of that room and I looked at it, and actually after I said, no, I don't want to take care of it. Here's your money for the lap dance or something. She's like, oh, pay over there. I came out of it. I was like, I'm not gonna wait for her till she comes back. And I saw her just writing another guy, but it was like, I was in a somewhat, not a relationship. I was with somebody, and they were just the female was sexing around. And for some reason, something happened. And I think, she just got pregnant right there. That stripper, except I don't think she was having sex with that guy. You know, it's just very odd. There was a couple from like New Hampshire or something that came down here. They wanted to help me, help them get pregnant. I mean, this is creepy and disturbing. It's some demonic stuff in my belief. I'm not into that stuff, but years ago I think I was. It was just weird. It's like it was a phrase. It's like he made me feel a certain way, and I said something, and like the female get pregnant. Very odd. Except I don't know if the stripper got pregnant, 'cause I don't think she was really having sex. I don't know. I don't remember that. You know. But I remember being like in this somewhat relationship. Which I don't think it was a relationship. I never saw the person. It's a girl that supposedly I was married to. I think she lives in like Cape May, New Jersey, or something like that. And it's like she was trying to say that I have a girl with her, and I was on Block TV telling people that I have a dog. I was heard about it, and I never really saw the kid. I saw like different animals and different creatures. Like they didn't even want me to see her, you know. Because I was laying in my bed and I was laying alone, but it was just like I felt like somebody was there. And it's like I started singing a song, "Daddy Would Buy You a Mockingbird." That song. It's a song for like children, this and that. Except the girl was pregnant. I was just singing to her belly, so the baby would stop kicking. And then I saw some time went by, and my cousin Kasha, which wasn't her, must have been her, that girl, and she like brought me to a room, which was where my dad used to sleep and stuff, which it was weird because he wasn't around either, and there was like a I don't want to say a baby, a carriage or like a holder. I didn't see any baby or something like that, And then they had like a little TV screen, like a little monitor, and I saw a little picture of a piggy, a piglet. And they're like, come on, just sing to it. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Because the baby started crying or some shit, some stuff like that. Or the piglet, rather, making like these creepy noises. It was very odd. I was like, what's going on? You know? And it was just a very disturbing time in my life. And, back then, I wasn't fully conscious of that. People will probably tell you otherwise. They'll manipulate otherwise. They will. They'll tell you, oh, you knew it, you knew it, you knew. How do you know what I knew? The fact that you say you knew it. Listen, come to me face to face and let's talk about that. How you gonna tell me what I knew, huh? Unless you try to manipulate other people around you and say, oh, he did that. Like, who the fuck are you? It's about slander libel. This is my personal life. Get away from my life. Leave my life out of your mind, hopefully. You could think about it, all that stuff. Just don't tell me what you think I knew and what it is. You don't know me. It's like that girl, she was a Polish female. I thought it was one of the two sisters. I guess I was wrong. I don't know to a full extent, I asked people about that, they never told me. They just pretend like it wasn't true. Then I found out that the child wasn't mine. The child's name was Adrianka, or Adrian. Daniela_CA from Blog TV and iBlog.tv. She knows who that is. She used to argue with me, like, isn't it a beautiful name? It's like she knew what was going on, And it's like, it's creepy and disturbing. And if it was my child, oh yeah, that'll be her, but then I found out it probably wasn't even mine, because that girl was like, then I figured out she was a prostitute or something, and like, she would lie to people like she made all these millions of money or something from, prostituting or something. And it's like, then I found out she like stole from me or something. And it was money that I didn't even know I had, And, there's people that, oh, you knew. And, you're part of the problem. You're part of the conspiracy. That's why you say that. But then again, you already knew that. I'm not going to tell you you knew. Because you already know. It's like imagine manipulating. And another guy named Patrick or something. It's like, who are these people? Like I don't even want to know you people. They don't have children with you? Oh man. Like let's say you were a prostitute. I'll get you. Oh, it'll be a rubber, and then like I have a fear, not just getting caught and arrested because it is a charge. It's a minor charge, and I don't care if it's you put my face on the internet. The fact that I'm doing that, it's kind of weird because I'm not into that. I have to get to know the person first, And a lot of times, they'll try to like extort you. Some of them, who knows, you'll get this disease and all that stuff, let alone pregnancy. I mean, Jesus, I'm not into that, but that particular Polish girl, yeah, she's very disgusting. I find, very disgusting, very just creepy, like a lizard. Even her. I remember her voice. She's like, ah, something like that. Like she talks. She's like, wow, what the fuck is that? Bird looking like, like a creature of a bird. It was just horrible. I couldn't look at her. And it was just that, But I remember, singing that song. I think they wanted me to sing the same song to the pig, and I think I did. But there was an event where, I sang, and I thought, well, that Polish girl, she must have been pregnant. I sang to the baby or someone who was in the womb, and then she was like, all right, that's enough. Just go to sleep. Just stop kicking. Because that's why she wanted me to sing to the baby. And then they call it it. It's another thing. Like, I don't even have a problem with fetus, so you don't want the baby to know it's a fetus. It's creepy to begin with, right? But you have a problem with that. But then there's, that Polachka over there calls it it. It's an it. It's a thing to you. I'm gonna hold it by the legs or something like that. What is that? You're creepy. You're disturbing. It's just horrible. And yeah. Whether you call it Adrianka in Polish or Adrian, I don't know. I have a memory. I thought it was my mom. My mom wouldn't do that. I thought it was a little girl. I was sleeping, and those were the days when I was on Stickum. the video chat site. I must have I had a computer actually desktop. I put it on like a little end table, and I had a computer screen. I had a Logitech camera. It was turned off, but I was just sleeping, and it was like really late, 11 or 12. I used to stay up at night. It was just gross. And what appears to be my mom, I just had her go wake him up, and he just had like a cloth or like a T-shirt. She was like this, Starlight, wake up, wake up, wake up. I was like, what the hell are you doing? I was telling my mom, like, what are you doing? Like, she wouldn't do that. And my mom would be like, you should wake up. You awake? You're awake? She would actually come and wake me up. My mom, at least to my man, she was never rude or angry when you wake me up. My dad's the one that get aggravated when I didn't wake up. He gets frustrated. Ooh. Mom's not like that. She wouldn't do that either. Like it was just like a child that didn't know what it was doing. It was that, and I don't know what happened to that little girl. Cause they told me like she has a chance to live if I don't jump off the roof of my house. And I think she had seizures or something like that. It says like I think I only saw her once. She was over here in my house, and then those people acted so rude. There was a girl and a boy, and they were just acting very rude. They were like, oh, you didn't give Tommy over there, little guy, any cars that I had. It's like, and this other guy took him. It's like, what do you think I owe you? And I think she must have had two daughters, that little Polish girl. The girl that supposedly said I had a kid with her. And one of them just came to my house and said, I'm going to shit on you. I'm going to lay down, I'm going to sit on you and shit on you. I was like, listen, you little kid. And I got angry. I don't know, I think I wanted to call the police and I'm going to get the fuck out of my house. Where's the little fucking brat? Listen, teach your kid not to talk to a person like that. What is that crap? Who are you? What do you think you're doing? Like, I don't want to have you here. Your little daughter over there is going to tell me she's going to defecate on me? You think what do you think, I'm going to put up with that stuff? I think I'm mentally incapacitated and ridiculous like you people. I'm not like that. You don't go to people's houses or homes and tell them that. And you try to call me a monster. I mean, it's just ridiculous, Like, why would I want anything to do with those 2, 3, or the fourth one? Including, her mother over there looked like, creepy teeth and just, she was disgusting and anything. Just, I mean, and then I found out I think she steals her mom, which I'm not surprised because a lot of people go and steal and commit, theft. So it's like not news to me, but it's like you already have some money. Why you go around stealing people's clothes? Stealing and like reselling them or something like that. She did something illegal, and it's like it was a whole thing about her house. I think it had termites, and I think it like fell because like it was like a community of houses, and her house I think was the only one that like fell down or something. It got not totally, but it just like it crushed to a certain degree, because like presumably the guy that she had a child with, like it was about cheap lumber or something like that. Like they put cheap lumber in those houses. It wasn't just like the termites got in. Like, supposedly it was new. Well, if you knew, aren't you preserve it? Would you have preserved wood even for framing, or something like that? But I think they were trying to save on cost, and they're like, yes, they did a little cheaper, but the house outside looked nice or something like that, like a brown outside. I don't even know. It was just weird because like I saw it years ago or something. It was just very odd. I worked with a guy named Nicholas, and he used to say, he should try to tell me like, oh, you live, if you live in an old house, she lives in a new house. And he was trying to say, well, and he was trying to say to me, oh, I go out and I buy fruit, I have something to eat. Because I think I told her that because like, we didn't have apples or something like that. But it's not even about that. I don't care about your new house. It's what your mentality is. Nicholas with the 2 soft S's. It's like people can make babies out there, but can there be adults how to raise them, teach their kids not to say that to other people? I don't care about your new house and your little new car. It doesn't impress me. It's nice, but it's not everything. For you it is. Because you think you see that and you perpetuate this little image in people's minds. I don't play that game. I'm not into that crap. You can tell you other people, your little people, what do you think I am, and they'll believe you and this and that. But underneath it all, it's a lie. And I know what you're thinking about. You're pretty creepy and disturbing, bro. you know. And I'm not gonna get angry about that little, I don't want to say Polachka, but a minuscule Polish female. You know, and it took a lot out of me. I lost a lot of health. I developed a drinking problem. I was sad and depressed and full of tears. I thought I had a daughter out that I didn't even know or couldn't see. I didn't know why. I didn't know why that was happening to me. And then some retards tell me, you knew. I mean, you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. You really are. You know, a bunch of morons. I'm not gonna tell you what you should do if you were smarter, but if you were smarter, you would know. You wouldn't need me to tell you to begin with, would you there, Tyrell? Or is it Jerome or Tyrone? I gotta give it them. I'm not a racist pig. I'm not a pig to begin with. You are. And presumably you are racist, because that's part of your mental programming. You know? Is that this is black, this is black, this is white, this is like, I don't get consumed by that. You know, I hear you act a certain way and I imitate you. Or, you know, that too. That doesn't bother me. It's creepy, but I play with it. You know? But, yeah, it took a lot out of me, you know? A lot of times, you know, I went to work and I was mentally abused by people. You know, I had enough, so I would turn to drugs because alcohol wasn't working. It just wasn't good enough. I started getting sadder and sadder. I can't even drink alcohol at a certain point. You know, I was just like mentally hurt. Because that's what these, you know, heathens, for the lack of a better word, demented individuals will do to you. They'll disrupt you, degrade you, and, you know, they'll try to take everything from you. And at the end, a lot of them hope for you to take your life. That's what they prey on. Or prison, jail cell, who knows? Murder, they'll try to murder you and try to, you know, blame it on the other you, or, you know, who knows? Right? State of New Jersey officials really know what happens, though. They know a lot. They don't know a lot, they know a lot. Or maybe they know both, because you're creepy worshippers. You know, the fact that your mentality, you spend, you know, telling people you're Christian, Muslim, devout, this and that, you're a Jew, this, I don't even care about that. Does that really define you, huh? Does it define who you are? Well, come out of the woodwork and tell everybody what else you believe in. What do you want people to go through, you know? You pray for rainbows and unicorns in your little church? Maybe you took something up the nose or you swallowed something that you shouldn't have. Very disturbing. And a lot of people, they catch, like, yeah, and your mother too. And your mom. Like, oh, is it mom? No, your mom too. Yeah, I know that. Didn't you watch my last 20, 30, 40, 50 videos ago? Huh? Is that how you got your info? Or you always knew? Did I always know you're going to tell me that next? You guys are a bunch of clowns. You really are. You know? As oh, your hood. My hood. Because I got this on. Ooh, yeah. This. You know what this is? This is scare you. Not anymore. What do you think you have under here? Can't figure it out. I want to know why that terrifies you. When I walk in your store and you're like, you know I was going to shoot up the place and rob the place. You know, so what were you thinking about? I just saw that come up and I was like, oh my God. Well, I'm protecting myself from your breath. Keep praying about it though. Presumably, you know, you're going to develop something else in your life and we're all going to cough, right? Yeah, I'm going to get to the coughing part later.